Hey everybody, so today, I feel like I'm always running short on time for some strange reason, so I wanted to do a get ready with me video just before I go into work today. So it's not going to be anything super dramatic, but this is what I do on a daily basis for the most part, especially if I want to do any like shadow or anything like that. So that will be what this is today. I'm going to just be using the MAC Look in a Box. It's like the neutral collection from like a year ago to do my eyes. So this is great for anybody on the go and doesn't like to look super full glam on a daily basis. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I already have my foundation on and the concealer under my eyes, primer on my eyes, blah blah blah. So eye wise, super simple. I'm just gonna be taking this, where is it? I think this is technically the bronzer shade in here, but I use that as a good warm transition color, and I use it on the Morphe E13 brush. Just go ahead and blend that into your crease. And you can either make this like kind of like a soft cut crease and not put anything on the actual lid, but I think what I'm going to do is just put a little bit on that outer V area, because that way it kind of looks like you tried more than you actually did, which is strange, but it's something simple. So just on that outer corner, nothing in the middle or that inner part of your lid. And this is a super soft color. Like I said, I think it's a bronzer, so you definitely do need to build it up a little bit unless you want to use one of the other colors in the palette. But I do like this because it just makes it look soft. And if you load it up on the brush, you won't have to go back so many times to build it. So it kind of just depends on how deep you want the color to be. As you can see, it's just a really light wash of that soft brown, and I don't bring it in all the way. I don't curve it in that inner corner, just so it kind of keeps this area of the eye open a little bit more. So I kind of like straighten it out just a little bit once I get into that inner corner area. And then once I feel like they're even on both sides, I'll go ahead and go in with any like flat, sorry you can't even see that, any like flat brush kind of. This is just from the Naked 3 palette, it's one of the ends of it, and I'll be going in with the cream shade right here. Just go ahead and load the color up on that, because you're just going to be packing it on your lid right underneath that first color. And you can pretty much, you don't have to use this palette. Obviously, there's 1,000,001 colors that are similar. You just want like a really good cream, soft brown, and like medium brown to do this, which I'm pretty sure just about everybody has in their collection. This is just to open the eyes, make them look more awake and fresh. And like I said, it's just perfect for daytime. You could definitely go in at the end of the night if you wanted to and darken it up in that outer area, maybe add some sparkle in the lid area. But this is a really good kind of like base for the rest of your day. And then once you have that on, I'll just be going in with a third and last shade. I'm just using like an angled brush. You can use any kind of angled one. This is just the Morphe 160. This is technically probably for, it's actually for eyeliner, but this is what I'm using for the crease. It's this like medium like reddish brown color right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that right where your socket is. So if you technically, if you keep your eye open and then you just kind of run that brush right where your lid meets the crease, that's exactly where you want to put this. And like I said, stopping and not going all the way into that inner corner, just kind of straightening it out a little bit and then bringing this out. And then I'll go ahead back in with the first brush and kind of soften those edges so it's nothing too sharp. So this is a much more wearable version of a cut crease because it's nothing Nothing super harsh. But this just helps to open your eye as well, adding this little bit of dark color because it adds more depth. And since you have the contrasting white color right underneath it, it's really good for looking fresh and awake. And then once you feel like you have that in good shape, that one you definitely have to play around with, like the shape, because everybody's eye shape's a little bit different. And then I'll go back in and add a little bit more of that cream shade just to kind of basically make that line a little bit straighter. If you have any like mess ups from that darker brown that we just added into the crease, this just helps to clean up. I'll put a little bit more of that brown right out here. Go ahead, same thing with the other side. I didn't grab it, but I normally use like a pencil brush, and I'll go in with that, like the red brown color, and then just drag it a little bit underneath. But since I didn't grab that, I'm just going to try and be careful with the other side of that Urban Decay brush that I used to pat on the cream shadow, and just do that on the outer third of your lower lash line. So right here, and then stopping right there on that outer corner. What's great about this, like I said, you can add more drama down here too if you wanted to. But this, I just want to keep it light and fresh. Now the eyeshadow is done. Super duper simple. And now I'm going to go in and finish it up with like the powders and stuff on my face. So I'm going to be using my Marc Jacobs Instamark number 40, the contour shade over here, and going on. The only area I've actually set with powder thus far is just the under eye area, and I find that if I do the contour before I set anything, it actually stays on my skin a lot longer, because before I would set everything with powder and then go into my contour shade, and I felt like it would fade almost to very minimal by the end of the day. And since I do my makeup once for the entire day, that wasn't really working for me. But since I stopped doing that and I do my contour powder just directly on top of my foundation, it stays a lot better. And the brush is just the Morphe G8. This is my go-to for contouring. It's just perfect with all of the shades that I do use. And this one is really buildable, which is why I keep going back in for more. It's not like it's super dramatic. Go ahead until you get that where you like it. I normally don't put it up here. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but I was breaking out a lot, so I kind of just stopped that. But you definitely can go in with that. And then lastly, for base, I should be using my Marc Jacobs Featherweight Foundation in the shade 240 Bisque, and setting everything else like right underneath here. So that brings out your contour a little bit more too, which is great. And this stuff is really, really lightweight. When they say like featherweight, it's no joke. You definitely need to build this up. Like I said, I only use it as a setting powder versus an actual foundation. But it's great for me for a setting powder. Really, really nice and natural looking. And then going in with blush, I'm going to be using a Luminoso from Lovelillies, just a really pretty peachy pink. This is on the Morphe G4. I didn't notice that, but the majority of these brushes are Morphe. But that's, if I ever need a brush, that's where I go to buy them. So obviously most of my collection is going to be from there. Go ahead and pat this just above that bronzer, kind of patting and blending it in, especially since I have a little bit more of a full cheek area. I don't like to put too much emphasis onto the apples most of the time, just so the focus of my face will just mainly be on these outer parts, and just kind of giving a little extra light and depth. And then for highlighter, I'm going to be trying this for the first time on my face. I've had it for a while. It's from one of the indie brands I did a haul on a while back. It's from the Itsy Gimme Glow, and this is just one of her highlighters before she started doing the pressed ones, which I do have one of those as well too. And this is the shade Wedding Day. This is the only downside. Like, I'm not a big fan of like loose powders. I will buy them if the color is like just outstanding, but I feel like they're just a lot more messy to work with. But we shall see how this goes down. Because it looks stunning on the back of my hand. I was playing with it last night. I almost forgot that I had it, but it's beautiful. I don't know if you can see that because I'm sitting in front of natural light, but it's pretty. It kind of has a light, a very, very slight, like, salmon-y undertones to it, which gives it, like, a really nice, like, duochrome almost finish. So we'll see how this wears all day because I haven't worn it yet. So I'm hoping that this is some kind of glow that will last me all day. Oh, that looks nice. It actually blends really well. It's nothing dramatic. So if you're looking for a dramatic highlight, maybe not this one, but for something that gives you like a nice little sheen, this one's pretty. And I'll just pop a little bit onto tip on my nose and my finger for this part. Like, it helps a little bit more. Yeah, that looks pretty. And then let's see, what should I do next? I'm gonna start the brow area because I normally put the Give Me Brow on first, kind of let it dry a little bit before I go on and finish the rest. So I'll just go, and I use the medium deep shade, and I do go ahead and kind of run it along the sides to get most of the product off, and then I'll just go right in and comb up this front section. I just trimmed them yesterday, so yay me, I didn't butcher them. I just did the front part. And go ahead, same thing on the other side. Go with your natural hair growth down here. Dude, I've been trying to find like the best way to do my brows, and I'm still in the search, so maybe one of these days I'll just find this phenomenal way. And then I'm going to go in with mascara. I'm going to be using the Roller Lash from Benefit. Going in and doing that top. I always do. Wow, I just poked myself in the eye. That was fun. I always do 2 coats of mascara. I don't know, I've never done 3. I wonder if 3 would just make it look really clumpy. But I feel like I spend too much time doing it as it is, so I think I'll just leave it as 2. I love the way that for some strange reason, when I put on mascara, I feel like everything just comes together with mascara. I feel like mascara is like the holy grail. I'm going to be using the Lash Discovery from Maybelline, just this itty bitty little wand, to do my bottom lashes. I still do prefer my Ico London Black Magic wand for doing bottom lashes, but I don't like to waste, so I'm going to finish this off. Ahead and finish up the brows using my Brow Wiz, and this one is like medium brown. And with this, I'll kind of just go in, do like a slightly like diagonal line here, I guess, and then go upwards in little hair-like strokes. Well, like I said, this could very well change tomorrow, but this is what we're doing today. And I'll go underneath. I don't like to make a bold line underneath. I feel like that's too dramatic for my face personally, but I like to make sure that it blends nicely. And I do extend the tail a little bit on my brows just because I like that shape a little bit better. And for top, I had to be really careful and kind of make those small hair-like strokes as well, just so it doesn't look too bold and overpowering up here. And I'll go in and set it with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, just upwards in the same direction I did with the Gimme Brow, because if I do it on top where the arch is, it takes product off, which defeats the purpose of what I just got done doing. There we go. And then lastly, I'm going to do lips. So I have lip balm on, so let me take that off so the lip liner actually stays on. I'm using the NARS El Agua lip liner. This is just like a pretty dusty purple color. And I'm gonna fill them in too. This is such a pretty color. I really want to try this. It's the new Dose of Colors lip gloss in the color Rosé. So excited. This is like my favorite. I'm not a big lip gloss fan, but this is like my favorite because in my opinion it is like a lipstick in like a wand version. It's not a liquid lipstick, so it doesn't dry matte, but it's like a normal lipstick in a tube, but in like with a wand. So I think it's perfection. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. You see, it's just gorgeous. It's the perfect thing. It's not, in my opinion, it's not even lip gloss. It's better. It's just like lip gloss 10.0. Oh my goodness. If you haven't tried any of Dose of Colors lip glosses, get some. If you live near LA, go to Namie's, go to Nigel's, get some. Alright, so that is the finished look for this version of it Get Ready With Me. Now I'm off to change into my clothes and work all day long. Go to the gym, all that shenanigans. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you very soon for a favorites video, and or maybe not in that order, but you'll be seeing me very soon. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.